Shinjiro Hayata learns that his father passed down the Ultraman factor to him so he can carry on the legacy of protecting the Earth from aliens. But that's just half the story. Hi, I'm Seth. Today I'm reviewing Ultraman, the new Netflix offering that's sparking interest from a whole new generation of potential Ultraman fans. This Ultraman is saving the universe from aliens and also taking on modern topics like immigration, collateral damage, and terrorism. Here's the backstory. Ultraman came out in 1966 as a live-action show surrounding a Science Special Search Party, or SSSP, pilot named Shin Hayata. Shin Hayata was investigating a light falling to Earth when he ran smack into Ultraman, who was chasing an escaped alien named Bemula. Ultraman had to bond with Hayata to save his life, and in doing so, he made Hayata the first Ultraman who repelled aliens from Earth for the SSSP. Ultraman's origin story is a lot like Superman's because he comes from a planet of human-like aliens. These beings lived on a dying planet because their sun was about to burn out. So they created a sun called the Plasma Spark, and as they did it, two scientists were transformed into Ultramen. They have powers like flight and energy coming out of their hands. They can even grow to be different sizes. Eiji Tsuburaya created Ultraman, but he also created Godzilla. So, if you watch the 1966 TV show on YouTube, Bemula looks like a version of Godzilla. Flash forward to the Netflix series. Shin Hayata is now an old man. When his son Shinjiro shows off his superhuman powers, he attracts attention from Bemula, now a robot-like space alien. His dad steps in as Ultraman to save him, but he's almost killed. Shinjiro assumes the role of Ultraman, invoking the ire of Miraboshi, who is also an Ultraman, but not as good as Shinjiro because he doesn't have those powers that Shin Hayata passed down to him. One obsession for Miraboshi is alien towns. There are towns in Japan where aliens live. They disguise themselves as humans in order not to be detected. They are regarded as criminals, but many are just eking out an existence on the fringes of society. At first, the tone towards the aliens is dismissive because we're getting information from Miraboshi, but by the end of the series, it's more sympathetic because of Seiji Fukuda, another would-be Ultraman who's definitely an outsider. For most of the series, Miraboshi works against Shinjiro and treats him as an outsider. If you're in America, you might think that this is about people coming to America from Mexico. It's not. Brexit is also an anti-immigrant movement. In Japan, it's even more apparent who is and who is not Japanese. And in Korea, there are bars and other businesses that one can only access if they are Korean. Back in Japan, the gaijin, or foreigner stick out because it's not like America, where some people are redheads and some people are half Asian like me. The reason why this issue was included is because Japan still has a caste system that permanently keeps people out of the good jobs. The Yakuza is part of this caste. In America, our caste system is largely socio-economic, which still acts like a caste system, but some people can move up. Collateral damage is another modern topic. Collateral damage has to do with unintended victims, like during a drive-by shooting where a stray bullet strikes a bystander. In Ultraman's case, it's when a building falls or an alien throws a car into a crowd. And for the most part, superheroes like him go unchecked. But in this Netflix series, Ren Siyama, a pop star, speaks out against him. Her mother was killed in a hospital during one of the fights between Ultraman and an alien. Terrorism plays a part in this latest Ultraman series. It surrounds an airplane explosion that blamed on Bemula and involves Seiji and his desire to become Ultraman. He wants to save the people who will be future victims of terrorism. It's a plot thread that becomes more and more prevalent in stories as it is in our modern world. It's also suggested that Ultraman, as strong as he is, can't save everyone. Here are my video picks. My first pick is obvious. Iron Man. It's a 2008 film where Tony Stark frees himself from Afghan warlords after inventing a weaponized battlesuit which he then uses to combat evil. I'm choosing this film because not only does Iron Man look like Ultraman, but Iron Man was also betrayed by one of his confidants. Iron Man stars Robert Downey Jr., Jeff Bridges, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Terrence Howard. My next pick is a 1978 Superman film starring Christopher Reeve and Margot Kidder, Gene Hackman, and Marlon Brando. This is Superman's origin story, which is similar to Ultraman's. My ultimate pick is The Incredibles from 2004, starring Craig D. Nelson, Samuel L. Jackson, and Holly Hunter. A family of undercover superheroes try to live a normal suburban life until they are forced into action to save the world. This movie is not only a cartoon, but the villain of the movie was once a fan of The Incredibles. Like Rena's mom was a victim of collateral damage. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe and have a great weekend.